My 7 Chakras Gurukul Session 1.
The Gurukul, the ancient Indian system of education. A comprehensive learning center where the guru lived with the students under the same roof, imparting wisdom, practical knowledge, and life skills on how to face challenges, find their purpose, and begin their human revolution. Join us as we take you on an epic journey to learn powerful skills like meditation, mindfulness, the chakras, breathwork, energy healing, qigong, reiki, lucid dreaming, feng shui, intuition, nutrition, and so much more. You've taken the first step to begin your human revolution. It is now your turn to enroll in Gurukul.
What's up, action takers? AJ here, your friend, your host, and your fellow action taker, and welcome to the very first episode of Gurukul. Now, firstly, I'm sure you have this question in your mind. What is Gurukul? Gurukul is a new addition to My 7 Chakras. As you guys know, we do 3 interviews per week. 3 episodes per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And during these sessions, we build your awareness about numerous powerful ancient modalities that will enable you to kickstart your transformation. Gurukul, on the other hand, isn't an interview-based session. It's an entire class. It's an opportunity for our guests to teach you a new skill or technique directly. And because of this reason, I've decided to air this version of episode on a Sunday. The idea is that especially if you're at home on a Sunday, you set aside about 30 minutes, distraction-free, during which you learn from our guests. You practice, you do the work, and take your learning to a completely new level. Now, I'm not sure how often I should put up these episodes. And for that reason, I need your feedback. If you like this episode, give me a shout out at aj@my7chakras.com. That's aj@my7chakras.com. So say hi. Let me know how you liked this episode and tell me how many times a month you'd like to see Gurukul episodes. I really love receiving emails from you, and I will surely respond to each and every one of your emails. Okay, moving on. Today's guru is going to be Dr. Lesley Phillips, who is such an amazing human being and a really, really effective teacher. This is going to be her second time on My 7 Chakras. The first time she came on our show was way back when we were just starting this show on episode 11, titled Identify Your Life Purpose and Develop Your Intuitive Abilities by Mastering Your Chakras. So in case you haven't heard that episode already, I highly recommend that you check it out because it was definitely a super hit episode. Today's episode is going to be about meditation. So based on a survey that I conducted recently, I learned that the single most requested topic from you guys is meditation. A lot of you guys find it hard to meditate and experience the benefits that so many people talk about. So I reached out to Lesley and asked her whether she'd like to be a part of Gurukul. And I also asked her to focus on meditation. The objective was to provide you simple but powerful and effective ways that you can use. In fact, anyone can use to meditate, experience the benefits, and incorporate a meditation practice into your daily routine. The result, Dr. Lesley Phillips went way beyond my expectation and delivered an epic episode to set the stage for the other gurus to follow. I'm sure you're going to love this episode. In this episode, you're going to learn about 2 powerful meditative visualization techniques called grounding and centering. A little bit about Dr. Phillips. She is a successful author and spiritual teacher. She's given presentations at over 100 events, including local, national, and international conferences. She's been a featured guest on expert panels and has taught numerous workshops and classes. She's been a guest on over 40 radio and web TV shows, including our very own My 7 Chakras. Her mission is to help people increase their self-awareness and become empowered to consciously take charge of their lives. She does this by teaching people how to meditate and open their intuitive abilities. So without further ado, I present to you Dr. Lesley Phillips. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Dr. Lesley Phillips, and I'm delighted to be able to teach you 2 fantastic meditation techniques called grounding and centering. Meditation is used typically for 2 main purposes. One is to help with stress and life challenges. The other is to turn within and connect with higher consciousness or the divine. Grounding and centering can assist you with both of these goals. Grounding helps you to connect with your body. It brings you into the here and now so that you can be focused on and in charge of your life. It also gives you a conduit for releasing energy. Centering helps you to be neutral and non-judgmental and accepting of what is. It gives you great clarity and a spiritual perspective on your reality. Centering is also a technique that places your consciousness in the center of your third eye and starts to stimulate your intuitive abilities. Whether your main interest is in having a more mindful approach to your life, or whether it is to open your intuition, I hope that you enjoy learning these 2 techniques and find ways of incorporating them into your life. Focus your conscious awareness on an area near the base of your spine. So just allow yourself to be aware of an area in your body near the base of your spine. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically create or visualize a flow of energy that goes from that area to the center of the earth. Do that now while I talk you through it. So, you're tuning in to the area near the base of your spine, and you're just going to imagine or allow a flow of energy to go from there, and it's going to flow through your chair that you're sitting in. It's going to flow through the floor of this room. And it's going to continue all the way through the layers and levels of the earth until it reaches the very center of the earth. And I want to give you all just a moment to experience this, to experience having this flow of energy that goes from near the base of your spine all the way to the center of the earth. So just spend a moment and notice if this is a familiar feeling for you or if it's something totally new. Be aware if there are times in your life where you automatically ground without calling it grounding. A lot of people naturally do this when they're out in nature, but they tend not to do it when they're at work. And also, while you're creating this flow of energy that goes from near the base of your spine all the way to the center of the earth, notice how your body feels about this. In fact, just allow a couple of words to come into your mind or a phrase that describes what being grounded is like for you. And then, just to give you the contrast, let go of your grounding. We call this a grounding cord. So just let go of your grounding cord so that you are no longer grounded, so that you're back in the state that you were before I talked you through that. And notice the difference. Notice what it feels like when you are not grounded. And then tune in to the energy center near the base of your spine and start to create a flow of energy that goes from there all the way to the center of the earth. So you're tuning in to the area near the base of your spine, and you're just basically creating a connection with the center of the planet. You're visualizing energy flowing from near the base of your spine, and it flows through the chair that you're sitting in. It flows through the floor of the room. It flows through all the levels of the building, all the layers of the earth, until it reaches the very center of the earth. And once again, just notice the difference, because there is a difference. So be aware of how being grounded shifts your consciousness and shifts the way that you feel. The other fantastic thing that grounding can do, as well as just pulling us into the here and now and making us feel more focused, it can give us a conduit for releasing and letting go of stress. Scan your body and find some places where there is some tension or some stress. Allow that area in your body that's feeling tense to simply dissolve, and let that stress flow down your grounding cord. Just let it melt away and allow it to effortlessly flow down your grounding cord. And just continue to release energy until you notice a shift and you notice a difference. And I'm going to talk a little bit while you're doing that, just to say, if you have physical pain, you can do this to release the physical pain. If you have emotional anxiety, you can do this to release the emotional anxiety. You can basically use it to change anything in your reality that you are looking to change. You can shift self-limiting beliefs by releasing the self-limiting beliefs down your grounding. Maybe some of you have a problem at work that you're stuck on, and you would like to let go of whatever is limiting you and preventing you from moving forward. So you can turn within like we're doing now, and you can just simply release the limits and the blocks to moving forward down your grounding. Once you've had a little bit of experience releasing your stress down your grounding, you might want to come up with an issue like that and spend some time releasing whatever is blocking you down your grounding as well. You can create your own way of visualizing your grounding, but some common ways that work for people are, imagine that it's like a waterfall. So everybody right now, imagine that your grounding is like a waterfall. And it can be a really powerful waterfall, like Niagara Falls. So visualize your grounding like a waterfall that flows from near the base of your spine all the way to the center of the earth, and gives you a conduit for releasing and letting go of your limits. Anything that would get in your way of creating whatever you want in your work and in your life, anything that would pull you into feeling stressed, feeling anxious, feeling overwhelmed. These are all examples of things that you can release down your grounding. Out of all those things I mentioned, choose something else that you would like to let go of. Let's release that down the grounding. Release that by visualizing your grounding as though it was a laser beam, a really powerful laser beam that goes all the way to the center of the earth. And just releasing the stress that you feel, the overwhelm that you feel. And now I'll just give you a moment to do that and just really experience that stress dropping away. And isn't this fantastic? Because this is a technique that puts you in charge. So often, stress comes from feeling out of control, like outside circumstances are controlling you. This puts you back in the driving seat. It puts you back in control. It gives you a way of dealing with that stress. I want to teach you another way of visualizing your grounding. And this time, allow your grounding to be like a tree trunk that reaches all the way to the center of the earth. Make you feel really solid, really strong, really powerful. Imagine that you have a meeting with somebody and you're feeling anxious about that meeting. Maybe it's somebody that for some reason you feel invalidated by, or you feel inferior to, or you always end up having some kind of conflict or argument with them. So go into the meeting with this powerful grounding in place so that you can hold your ground, so that you can say what you came to say. I want you to now compare the 3 different ways that we did the grounding. So we had a waterfall, we've had a tree trunk, and we've had a laser beam. And just choose the one that worked the best for you. And also, give yourself permission to be able to choose whichever one you want, depending on the circumstances. Like I said, maybe the tree trunk works when you need to hold your ground and feel strong. Maybe the waterfall works when you need to be a bit more flexible. Maybe the laser beam works when you just need extra power. And I also want to invite you to take a moment to reflect on how this technique of grounding might be incorporated into your life. Can you see how it might help you? Just allow yourself to become aware of times and places when being grounded might be an invaluable tool for you. Because you can choose to have a daily meditation before you go to work or when you come home from work to set yourself up for the day or let go of the stresses of the day, but you can also use this technique as you're going about your day. You can take a little 5 minutes in your office with the door closed to get grounded before you go out and face the rest of your day. The second technique that I wanted to teach you is called centering. And this is fantastic. This is a fantastic technique. I'll teach you it, and then I'll talk a little bit about why it's so powerful. What I want you to do is focus your conscious awareness in the center of your head. If you know biology, this is the pineal gland. So focus your conscious awareness there and allow yourself to have the experience of being centered. So notice what that's like. So just sit in the center of your head and notice what it's like. And if you happen to notice that it feels fuzzy, if you happen to notice that it feels busy, you can simply release that fuzziness. You can release that busyness. You can release that lack of focus. You can release the pain of a headache down your grounding. So just release any stress or tension that you're experiencing in the center of your head down your grounding. And while you're doing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about centering, and then we'll do some exercises to experience the power of centering. By placing your consciousness here in the center of your head, it places you above your emotions. If there's a conflict going on at work, if people are getting emotional about things, including you, get grounded and get centered. The centering will place your consciousness above the emotions. You'll be able to be neutral and non-judgmental about the situation and about the person or other people that you are dealing with. Try getting out of your intellect and into the center of your head and see what the difference is. And we're going to demonstrate right now what the difference is. First of all, I'm going to give you the experience of how this places you above your emotions. So be in the center of your head right now. And from the center of your head, be aware of what the main emotion in your body is. And then move your conscious awareness to 2 finger widths below your navel. It's a funny place, but you know what? It's kind of where your guts are. It's where we tend to feel our emotions. So move your consciousness to 2 finger widths below your navel and sit there for a moment and experience your main emotion from here. And notice the difference. Notice what it's like to be experiencing your emotions from your guts, from your belly. And notice if that's kind of a familiar way for you to experience your emotions. Notice how it was different from when you were sitting in the center of your head. Just bring your consciousness back up the front of your body and come back into the center of your head. Check in with your grounding, and now, once again, from the center of your head, experience your main emotion. And once again, notice the difference. Oftentimes, people will feel like they're more embroiled in their emotions when they're in their belly. And when you sit in the center of your head, it's like being in the eye of the storm. When you see a hurricane and it's all crazy in that hurricane, things flying around everywhere, in the eye of the storm is complete peace and stillness. The center of your head is like sitting in that complete peace and stillness in the center of the hurricane, in the eye of the storm. If you're experiencing stress, if you're experiencing conflict, if you're experiencing anything that's disturbing to you, move your consciousness into the center of your head. And you'll be sitting in the eye of the storm. You'll be sitting above the turmoil. It gives you a different perspective. It puts you more in charge. It puts you more in control. It allows you to be neutral, and it allows you to be non-judgmental. So if somebody else is coming at you emotionally charged, by being grounded, you can release your reactions to that person down your grounding. You can approach them from a neutral perspective, from the center of your head. So remember, I also said that centering pulls you apart from your intellectual mind. For most people, they're processing on an intellectual level from the frontal lobes of their brain. So when you're thinking about a problem at work, you're probably in the frontal lobes of your brain. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have experienced that monkey mind, that mind chatter, that mind that just won't shut up. It's going round and round and round. This technique helps set you apart from that. What I'm going to invite you to do is move your conscious awareness forward. So you're in the frontal lobes of your brain. And just notice if this is a comfortable place for you. I think it probably is for most of you. And then let's do something silly. I'll give you a sum to do. Add 3 plus 3 plus 4 divided by 2. Now move back into the center of your head. Take a moment to really be in the center of your head. 4 plus 4 plus 6 divided by 2. Notice the difference in processing information like that from the center of your head versus from the intellect. And most people find it's actually quite different. It's a space of being open to ideas and creative input. It's a space of being able to be focused and not be caught up in the monkey mind and not be caught up in the intellectual mind. So be in the center of your head, and whatever came up for you, release it down your grounding. And whenever you're ready, at your own pace, take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Pat yourself on the knee and open your eyes. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed learning about grounding and centering. Both techniques can help you whether your goal is to eliminate stress, increase your focus, help you let go of anxiety and deal with the challenges of your life, or whether your goal is to start to activate your intuition. If you would like to study further and learn more meditation techniques, then I recommend you consider taking the course entitled Practical Meditation for Intuitives. It goes into much more practical detail about grounding and centering and introduces some additional techniques. The course is normally $49. It gives you a lesson per day for 35 days. As a special offer to my 7 Chakra listeners, I'm offering this course at just $1 per day. So for just $1 a day, you can receive a daily meditation teaching for 35 days. To take advantage of this offer, please go to gurucool.com/session one yes. That's gurucool.com/session1 yes. I'd also like to draw your attention to the podcast interview that I did on my 7 chakras. My interview is podcast number 11. And if you go and listen to that podcast, you can also benefit from another special offer. And that is to have me do your intuition blueprint at the special offer price of $120 instead of $150. Now, if you listen to that podcast, it will tell you all about what an intuition blueprint is and how it can benefit you. So once again, to take advantage of this offer, please go to gurucool.com/session1 yes. That's gurucool.com/session1 yes.
Welcome back, action takers. Firstly, how did you like the experience? How did it feel? Was it easy to follow? Let me know by sending me an email at my address, aj@my7chakras.com. That's aj@my7chakras.com. I would really love to hear from you, especially since it's the first episode, and I will respond to every email. Now, to take things further, firstly, make sure you incorporate this practice into your daily routine. While you may have seen some great results during your first session itself, the real magic, action takers, happens when you do it again and again. Also, I know most of you want to take this learning further. So I specifically asked Lesley to offer something special for Action Tribe, and I was pleasantly surprised when she spoke about offering her course, Practical Meditation for Intuitives, at just $1 per day. You heard that right, $1 per day. What you get is a new meditation lesson each day for 35 days at a price of $35 instead of the usual $49. Some of the lessons include learning to consciously create and let go, running earth energy, melting your blocks using cosmic energy, letting go of the past using roses, clearing the center of your head, observing your analyzer, grounding out in nature, and so much more. It's definitely a lot of value. Guys, this is a no-brainer. If you're really committed to learning how to meditate, tapping into the power of your intuition, and transforming yourself, and take action right now by visiting gurucool.com/session1 yes. That's gurucool.com/session1, as in the digit 1, yes. Now, in case you want to take your learning to a whole next level and go beyond pursuing a course and working one-on-one with Dr. Lesley Phillips, then you need to do an intuition blueprint session. Now, the intuition blueprint will help you align your inner wisdom and purpose and provide you a roadmap of your intuitive abilities. And not only that, during the session, you will explore how you currently use or limit your intuitive abilities and find out how to tap into your full potential. The session will be in 2 parts. Firstly, Dr. Lesley will draw up your blueprint chart for you, and then she will provide further information about how it relates to your life and purpose. Now, this session would normally cost you $150, but because you are an Action Tribe member, because you have listened to this particular episode, you get a $30 discount and get this one-on-one session for just $120. To find out more, visit gurucool.com/session1 yes. Once again, that's Gurucool, that's GOORUKUL, that's GOORUKUL.com/session1 yes. And this brings us to the very end of our first Gurucool session, action takers. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And till next time, keep taking massive action. Hey, are you still here? What are you waiting for? Go out. Take action. You can do it.